everybody. Welcome back Wednesday night edition of Inside the Headset as we roll over to Knoxville, Tennessee. Going to talk to my good friend, the head coach of Knox Catholic Fighting Irish, head coach Philip Shadowens, or co-head coach, as I might say, as he coaches the defense. But welcome to the show, Coach.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Well, you're 2-0. You beat Lakeway, and you came away with a pretty good win. You went over to North Carolina and came away with a big one, 40-13 against Brevard. Talk to us a little bit about the trip and the Knox Catholic Fighting Irish.
Well, long trip, obviously, about 2 hours and 45 minutes on a bus. But good trip for us. I mean, it's good for us because obviously we come to Nashville 3 times, later in the year, so we have to get used to how to deal with that and how to handle that. I thought our kids came out, started relatively fast, and did a lot of good things early, and kind of got the game. They hung in there with us in the first half. We gave away some opportunities, but then in the second half, really early, we kind of put the game away and was able to play a lot of kids, and against a really good, solid football team in Brevard, North Carolina. They were a very, very physical team and had good athletes, and so it was a good win for our kids.
Talk a little bit about some of those guys that did really well on Friday night from Knox Catholic.
Tyreek King, our sophomore receiver, put on an absolute show, and he had 5 catches for 171, but he had 195 yards of receptions called back for a legal procedure. One was for a hold, just had a lot of penalties. That's going to happen when you go on the road, and we know that. But he put on an absolute show. Our other big-time receiver, Braylon Harmon, did a lot of good things. Got a big deep ball early in the game, first possession for about a 60-yard touchdown. And so those guys are certainly weapons. And then defensively, I thought we played well. Had a couple turnovers. We got a couple turnovers. We did give up a score there in the first half. After we gave them a short field, and we gave up the 4th down, a little play-action pass that got behind us. We were just careless there, and then they scored one really late with our young kids in. So, started fast, and really a good night. I just thought it was our defense got better. We played physical football, and offensively as the night went on, we got better and better. And, we got to eliminate some penalties. That's what Coach Matthews could tell you. We had quite a few penalties, but we got to eliminate those, and we'll be good. We'll be good to go.
This week, has practice gone a little better for you since the heat backed off?
Well, it's certainly been a little more comfortable for sure, and we push our kids really hard in practice, which I'm sure everybody does, and so we've pushed them really hard this week, and it certainly helped that it hadn't been, 95, 98 degrees, whatever that is. It had, last week we practiced in the morning on Wednesday just so we could not have to deal with the heat. But so yeah, it's been much better on our kids to practice this week, and we have had a good week of practice. Had a really good day today as well, and now we're ready to have a little walkthrough and get ready to fight for Friday night football again.
Well, you take on St. John Paul II from Huntsville and the Falcons. Tell us a little bit about what you know about this club, Coach.
Well, they got beat last week. Threw the ball all around the yard. Got beat by, I think, 10 points. Threw for like 365 yards. And the head coach there is a guy that was at Birmingham Southern in college for a long, long time. Been in the college game 25, 30 years. And what they do offensively is dangerous. They do they switch release everything. They get a lot of people running verticals, and they try to run divide routes on you. And it's going to be a good challenge for our secondary. Our defensive line has been so good these last 2 weeks. We got a kid named Antori Hamilton, number 51, who had 8 tackles. Blockable. He was unblockable week 1 as well. He's just been dominant. We have another defensive lineman named Keelan Smith. He's number 50 when you watch video on him. He's just explosive off an edge, and he had a couple of sacks last week. Thanks for us. And, another kid named Connor Ruth, who's also a senior that plays outside back and comes off the edge a lot for us and our 4-man stuff. And so we're really, we got some things on defense that should cause them some problems. And with the kind of pressure we like to put on people, we're certainly going to have to get the quarterback out of his comfort zone. We can't let him throw for 360. We can't give him time to throw all those divide routes. And so, it's going to be a challenge for our defense, but it's one we're looking forward to. And then I also think from an offensive standpoint, to be honest with you, I think they're going to have a tough time dealing with some of our speed. And we got a quarterback that threw for, Jaden threw for 413 yards last week, and had over 200 yards called back. So we throw it, they throw it, so it could be a long game. But both teams are going to put the ball in the air quite a bit. But Jaden Neal has been playing great for us at quarterback. He's our offensive leader. and he's got quite a few dynamic weapons for him on that side of the ball. So I expect a big night for us Friday night.
Yeah, and it'll be a home game, so that'll be a good ticket for you all, and people want to come out and see the Knox Catholic Fighting Irish.
Absolutely, it'll be a good area. I tell you what, both teams throw the ball around a lot. It should be an exciting one for people to come watch, and then so this week we start back into playing teams that are in our private school leagues, and so next week we'll be coming to Nashville for Innsworth. So we need to start this season 3-0. Friday night's a big night for us to go in with the right kind of momentum, and then we'll start playing teams that are going to be in our private school division.
That'll be your first time ever coaching at Innsworth, won't it?
Yeah, I've been to a game or two there, but I've never coached there. We scrimmaged them.
Yeah.
I scrimmaged them once, but I have never played. I've never played there, so that'll be the first time down there, and so that'll be that's one we're looking forward to, and it'll be a great challenge for us. But first things first. Obviously, we got to take care of business Friday night. Our kids have worked hard this week for that, and we're just excited about Friday night getting here.
Coach, I can't thank you enough, as always, being on Inside the Headset, and we look forward to talking to you next week, and we hope you come away with a big win.
Thanks, Stork. I appreciate it, brother.
See you. Bye.